announce it again that we started. Okay, and yes, we are live. I'm correct. Yes. Let me check if there is no lag in the stream, because I had that issue like for 2 weeks now, and at the beginning, no, it's check if there is no lag. It's working fine, it seems. Yeah, it works fine. Okay. Szia, Mosi! Mosi, egyáltalán nincs lag. Meg tudod nekem nézni, hogy egyáltalán nincs lag. Guys and girls in the stream, please let me know if there is any lag or there is no lag. Please let me know that. So we can start. Okay, let me sit into my original position. Nincs lag? Jó, szuper. Okay. Okay. Maybe I will. Okay. Yeah, Gergovics. Üzentem mindenkinek. Okay, let us know, guys and girls in the stream, ladies and gentlemen, if we can start. So, you can hear us as well. Please say something. So they.
Yo, can you hear me?
Lehet hallani?
Beautiful
Urak,
people.
can you guys and girls hear our friend here? Well, or should I give some more volume to any of us? Jó a hang,
volume.
Jó így? Tudassátok velünk. És akkor. Nem adok még egy kis hangot. I will add some more volume to you. Okay. Aha. Pedig rendesen lehet hallani szerintem. Gergovics is saying that your voice is like you would be speaking from far away, but yeah, I added some more volume.
Yeah. I got a huge room. The window is open.
No, it's okay. That's why I added to some volume to you. Yeah, so it's fine now. Couldn't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are down, we can start. Let me know. Nice. Okay. So welcome everyone in the very new episode of my Dev Live show. I'm Remulto and I'm joined with Stefano, the creator behind the game called Cookie Cutter, which is already out. And I'm very honored and very thankful that you have accepted my request for this video interview of mine. And like I'm always saying, let's start with a little bit of introduction. So please introduce yourself for us.
Sure, my man. First thing first, it's an honor for me to be invited by you. My name is Stefano Google. Well, I'm this guy. My surname is weird. And I'm the director and artist at Subcal Joint, and we're responsible for having done that weird, shitty game called Cookie Cutter that it was that was launched in December 2023, and I'm still updating it with just part of the team for this entire year while we're working on the porting for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Switch.
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, so I'm always interested in people's origin stories as far it comes to video games. So what's your story behind it? How or what was the first contact for you with video games, if you can remember that?
Okay, there was my uncles. I got two uncles.
Okay.
My mother's brothers, and they had Nintendo back at home. They had all of the consoles from Nintendo to PlayStation 5, and since I was a little kid, I went to their place, and they never allowed me to play with their fucking consoles. So I had to sneak in while they were outside and play with their consoles. Them were the first one who put me the idea of loving video games, being excited about video games.
I see.
And from there, big love. I fell in love with PlayStation 1, favorite console ever. And yeah, since I'm a kid, I'm playing every day. And I started doing this job in 2008 with Little Indie Industries. And since then, I never stopped working in the industry until I was able to make my company 3 years ago.
Okay, I see. And was it scary, first of all, to try make games and not just play them?
Yeah. First play the game, so after that trying to make game that I like, and after that become a professional, able to do game. It takes a lot of time, you know. If you want to do video games to do those skill requires a lot of years. You need to pass more than 5 to 10 years to get the correct skill to do this fucking crazy job.
Okay. Have you been working in the game industry before you started making games? Or you had
Yeah,
different
yeah, yeah.
jobs?
Yeah. I work in pizzerias for 10 years,
Okay.
from 14 to 24. And so I start working on augmented reality companies and so indie game companies. And at the end, 8 years ago, I landed at Unity, and I'm still a full-time employee at Unity in Brighton, in England.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. So it was not a new thing for you. We can say that, right?
No, it was a path that was long last 15 years. When I started from little company, I did little video games here and there, and I reached Unity. So yeah, it was a path, you know, an ongoing path that I'm still doing.
I see. Okay. And have you always had your dream of making your own games when you started working for
Definitely.
others?
Definitely, man. I started my original dream was to make comic books.
Oh, okay.
Later,
What changed? What changed
later,
that you started making games?
I don't know. I did the comic book school when I was a kid, and I was totally bored by it. And I was a young punk rocker, so I didn't care about anything. I just wanted to go out and play gigs and smoking funny cigarettes and getting drunk. So you know, I did the school of comic when I was not ready to have a really good mindset,
I see.
and I burned it out, and I noticed, yeah, this is boring. And plus, when I start doing video games, I said this is even more cooler because I not just creating a world, but I can play my world and I can make people play
True,
my
true.
world. So the creature that we're creating now, it's more alive than comic book.
Would you go back to make comic books?
I never made comic books,
Okay.
you know. I make comic books for myself. I still got pages of things over there somewhere, but I never work as a professional
I see. I see.
comic artist.
And do you
So
use those
no,
stories for your games as well, or they just different
yes,
stories? I see. Okay.
yeah. You need to imagine that the world of Cookie Cutter, it was born when I had 14 years
Oh,
old,
okay.
and it's a huge world that I called Capitolo Zero, that means chapter zero in Italian.
Okay.
And it's a cyberpunk world, a diesel punk world. When I got characters, when I got this robot called Denzel, all of that world, I'm building it in my hand and in comic books since I'm 14.
Nice.
And Cookie Cutter is part of Capitolo
Very
Zero
nice.
world. I
Okay.
got all the character and things. It's like things that grew up in me, and that at some point I wanted to take out, you know. But I got it inside for a long time.
Okay. Okay. So here comes an interesting question for you. I believe that all the creators who make games, they're putting their, inner self and, their own stories from the real life into the game with or without a message. Is that true for yourself as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And another thing is that if you are a drawer, all of the characters that you're drawing, it's you. In a way or another, I saw a lot of comic book artists, a lot of artists making character, and even if the character are really different for what they are, there's something like the way they
True.
stand, the way they talk, the way they look. Like this is you, man. This is you. Even
Yeah.
if it's a reptilian frog and you are like a cute 15 years old, this is you. There's something in you. Yeah, definitely. The attitude, I think, and what I love about doing art is to put all of my souls and my art in
I
it.
see.
So there is a lot in Cookie Cutter. There is a lot in everything that I'm doing. There is a lot of the attitudes that I love, the things that I grew up with,
Nice.
and I all blended inside my inner core. I blend all of those things and I fused it out. in the
Nice.
game.
Nice to hear that story. Nice. Okay. So when you first stepped into, the path of the first steps of making games, not just for yourself as a dream, but to other companies as well, like, was your family and close friends supportive about your decision?
Yeah. Thank God, my mom, she's crazy as fuck. So my mom, she was all. So my mom, she was always super supportive of all
Okay.
the stupid shit I've done. Back at time, I told my mom I was playing in a punk rock band,
Oh, nice.
and I told my mom, look, mom, I will drop high school because I will do punk rock. And she said, yeah, man, go full in, have fun. You're a good artist. And I was like, yes, mom, this is wrong, but I love it.
Okay. And have you stopped playing in a rock band?
Yeah, I stopped. I
And why?
stopped. When you're playing in a band, there is a lot of ingredients that you need to be aware.
Okay.
There is a lot of ego, especially in our band. Each one of us had a lot of egos, and so at some point we start fighting for stupid shit
I see.
because
I see. I see.
I wanted to be the leader saying this, he wanted to be. Plus, the things that definitely broke with my band, it was when I find a job with video game artists
I
and
see.
I move away from music and I said, guys, look, I did a fucking pizza chef until today and I work as a fucking assholes 12 hours a day. Now I got this chance that can even elevate me. Nothing will change because we're still playing and everything. But I want to do this and I need to do this. And for them, that was a really good moment to put me out of the game and do something by themselves.
Okay.
And so we start fighting like, fuck you, you pieces of shit. You blah, 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 blah. But in the end, now we're friends. We're back being friends. Except for Jaco. He's died. And I put it in game. Jaco
I'm
right now
sorry
is in
for that.
Cookie
I'm sorry to
Cutter.
hear that.
Yeah, he died during the pandemic, but not because of the pandemic, for a really rare disease. In 2 months, he got the disease and he was dead in 2 months. It was fucking shocking.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I put it in Cookie Cutter, the guy who gives you the guitar weapon.
It's very nice of you that you put all your important, not just happy important memories, but sad memories into the game. That's very nice of you. Yeah. That's like a
Yeah, it's
respect to your
cool.
friends to have them in the game. Nice. Okay. And do you miss playing an instrument and playing in a band?
I miss to perform. I miss to being in this because I'm an attention whore.
Okay.
So I really like if you put me on top of a stage and you give me energetic music and you tell me, okay, now you go, you scream and you do your show. I will have a lot of fun. I'm a beast and I will have, and that is the part that I miss the most to perform. I love that. I still love that.
I see. Okay. And is there any like other hobbies or passions other than making games that you can channel your so much energy that you have to into?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I stopped playing in band, I needed something that was because I was used to go every day into the rehearsal and screaming every day, frustration, rage. When that was stopped, and I lost my friend, and I lost my wolf pack, and I was alone, and I start feeling sad, and I start doing gym. And
Okay.
gym was the same, energetic things. I go inside and I got all my frustration in there. So when I stopped playing with the band in 2008, I started doing gym every day. And that is my passion. I'm working on here all day like this, like a goblin on top of my fucking keyboards. I stop, I go to the gym 2 hours, and I come back that I'm totally recharged and distressed.
Okay, I love your attitude that you're energetic, so powerful with everything. I love that. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
when
hyperactive. I'm in the specter of mania. I am a couple of steps into the specter of mania. That is the specter of behavioral when you go into obsessive compulsive disorder and all of that weird shit that makes you do things over and over and over. I have a couple of lines into that specter.
I see. Okay. But I love the fact that you still like you have so much power, but you're still an emotional guy, which is also a nice
Yeah.
combination. I can feel you that, and I can see you on that, because your game also is an emotional game, even if it's like very bloody and very gore oriented.
Yeah, but it's about love.
True, and
It's
revenge
about love.
combined, right? So it's like you.
It's combined.
Yeah,
As
true.
you said before, you said it right. I put everything. I put myself in the game, and myself is this weird combination of high energy and high emotional things. I'm super sensible to things, and I'm a fucking pussy. I cried with everything. I cry when I'm frustrated or
There is no
so.
problem with crying. Don't say that. There is
No. It's true. It's true. I'm joking. I'm joking. There's no problem at all in that. But I try to put all of that because the most horrible things it can happen to me is to lose love. And the worst example I saw about losing love is from the comic book of James O'Barr, The Crow, when the evil punk killed her girlfriend in front of him. They do something really bad to her, and in the end they kill her in front of him, and he come back as the Crow to kill them back. So that for me was the worst thing ever. And cookie cutter comes from the same seed. It's you lost your love and you start your vengeance against that. But at the same time there's even fun themes and a lot of energetic themes in the middle.
Okay. Do you believe in that's like vengeance of and revenge justifies the the things that the main protagonist does in your game, or in any game, if there's a revenge story and the person is making a revenge on those people, for example, who killed her or his love, then it justifies the acts of the protagonist. How do you feel about that?
I think that when you take violence and you use it as a kind of kink,
Okay.
if you take violence and use it as a kink, if you take violence and use it as a spice in your receipt, you want to use a violence that glorify violence.
Okay.
This is not meaning that you will be a violent person or you will be violent. It's a spice, it's a flavor, it's a kink.
True.
And when you use violence in this sense, as Quentin Tarantino teached us, it's a lot of fun when you have your vengeance. It's a lot of fun to charge you for the entire story with the will of having your payback, with the will of having vengeance. And in the end, giving you the tools to have the vengeance, and the vengeance to be bloodiest as possible, goriest as possible, but in a sort of funny way, like even Robert Rodriguez does. There's a lot of blood, like fountain of blood, that in some way it looks like a charade. It looks like an act.
True. Okay. So, and when you, like you said, you already had your idea of this dream game at the age of 14, right? So how did you felt around that time when you had this idea of yours, and how did you feel that you had to wait till you really can start making your game?
First thing first, it was a comic book back at time, and because I was a kid, I started at 14 to have this to imagine this world. My struggle was that I wasn't unable to have the controls over it. One day I will draw a page and the character works and the world works. The other day I had no control and the character they didn't look like themselves anymore. I didn't like what I did. So back at time my worry was not to be able to make my vision come true.
I see.
Nowadays I became professional enough, said, okay, this is enough. I can do it. I can do with the tools that I have, and I can make it work. Even if when you look back, you will never be satisfied about what you did before. Now I can do it better. This is the drama of being an artist, never being happy with what you did. But today I can say that I have more tools and even more professional tools make this vision come true. Back at time, it was a mess. It was okay. Let's have fun. Let's try to do this. What I want to do this badass comic book. There it will be, my man. But in the end, it was mess. It was me smoking funny cigarettes of the day long and try to come out with something so cool.
Okay, okay. So, and as being a game developer as yourself, what skills have you picked up as going to your real life, and how did you change as a person on your everyday life as being a game dev?
The all of the professional skills. First thing first, I had no idea how to be the director
Okay.
to do this game. I drew the character, I made the demo, it was me and the programmer, and back at time my skills was artistic skill. When I had a team, I learned how to work with others, and everything that I learned it from Unity. But I didn't know how to do those things. As the American people says, fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
I was trying to be the director and give the direction in the way that people can understand. I learned the skills to make them excited and make them doing something they will enjoy
Okay.
instead of being a fucking asshole full of ego telling you, no, this should be more blue, this should be like this. My idea is let's have fun. If you work with me and if I push you in a comfortable position and you can come out with your art, with your idea, we will have fun and the work is better.
True.
If we work together and if I be in dictatorship with you and everything, you will have an horrible experience and you will produce things that are a long way boring than. So I learned how to be a director. I learned how to preserve my mental health, and I failed miserably because in the end I had a severe burnout. I learned how to be as much professional as possible, talk with the publisher, close deals. And mainly, I learned how the world of modern video game works. Because at the beginning, I had no idea. I always said to everybody in social media, my team, my family, my friends, I'm like a boat in the middle of the oceans. I have no idea where the fuck we are going, but we're having fun.
That's
I was
the main
totally
goal,
like,
right? That's the main goal, right?
yeah.
At the end of the day, so.
Yeah. And there's a lot of ingredients when you have a team. I had a team of 14 people for Cookie Cutter while I was still full-time employees at Unity with a team of 3 people under me.
Okay.
So I was in a moment, I did the most stressful things in my life that, again, it finished with a severe burnout that fucked me up real bad. I learned from that a lot of beautiful lessons. I was defeated so many times. I did so many mistakes. Now that I reached the end line, I'm so fucking happy because you will learn by all of your mistakes. Success will teach you nothing, but mistakes teach you shit a lot of things. Oh man, to answer your questions, I learned a lot how to be a director, how to be an artist, and how to do video games in a business way.
Okay. So you mentioned that you have burned out a lot of times, and what helped you like being motivated during the process of making your own game?
I love to challenge myself.
Okay.
So every time I was really broken, I was crying, I was tired, my brain was like, please stop, please. I was like, no, fuck this. Let's reach the end. Let's reach the deadline. We're almost there. We can do a cool game. It was, a constant challenge against myself. It was the simplest idea. Let's see what happens if I don't give up. Even if I feel pain, even if I'm tired, even if my brain is start getting me super fucked up, I'm really happy that I don't give up. But at the same time, I grew more aware again, not too fucked up with my brain health, with my mental health, because I get so close to a severe problem because of the burnout. I'm proud that I push myself, but I learned that I will never, never in my life will push myself so hard than what I did. Never anymore.
Okay. Are you planning to make a new game?
Yeah, I told everybody at the end when I was exhausted, I will finish the game and I will fucking go out of there. I will go to Mexico. I will never. After 1 month of the game was out, I was already working 12 hours a day at Cookie Cutter. But now it's different because now I know that the game is out, that people's like it, that the game is selling good, and now I'm doing with another energy. I'm doing
Okay.
it because I'm having fun doing it, and because now that the game is out, and I watch every streamer playing it,
Nice. Nice. Okay.
I watch everyone.
Nice.
If you ask two people when they're on Twitch playing, even if there's one viewer, I will go inside and I will watch them
Respect,
playing.
respect. I respect that, okay?
And now I know how to make it better. And I know that Cookie Cutter is a game of 8 out of 10. I know how to reach 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Back at time, I didn't know. Plus, when you're doing indie game, it's never about what you want to do. It's about what you could do with the money and time that you have.
True.
So we had an idea and we start cutting off things until we had what we can really afford, you know? So right now we got a lot of material that is discarded and is on the side that I can easily reintroduce and I can easily improve what I have, but even create more about this world.
Okay.
And because the world is so dense and I love it so much, I want to continue support the product and expand the product during these years, you know?
First-hand informations on my stream, it seems. DLC
Yes,
possibility
my man.
or second part. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
You know what is I will tell you about everything. This is not what I'm telling you is not the point of view of our product in a commercial way of my publisher product. Right now I'm talking like you're a friend of mine and
Yeah,
we're
I
talking
got you.
about
It's the
ideas.
same for me. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
What I would love to do, it's not Cookie Cutter 2. That's boring. Cookie Cutter 3. I hate that shit. Everybody's doing that shit, and I hate what everybody does. I hate that. And it's stupid. I know that it's stupid,
No,
but
it's
I
not. I
hate what
mean, you want
everybody does.
fresh experience. It's not a problem.
Yeah, but at the same time, when you're thinking in this way, you don't do things because other people's doing, and you will
True.
avoid
You want
things
to be
that
yourself
work.
and give your own experience and messages. True. Understandable.
There are pro and cons in everything.
True.
By the way, what I would like to do is to make Cookie Cutter like a comic book.
Oh, okay.
So every 3 months, I will put out there a piece with a new zone, with more narrative, new enemies, new weapon. So I don't know if 3 months is an achievable goal,
Like an
but
episodic Metroidvania, you say?
episodic Metroidvania, and you just need to buy the expansion and have it there.
Sounds nice.
Maybe in the end, if it still continue, if people still continue being interested in it, maybe at the end in 5 years you will do a definitive edition and you will be the first indie gamer that comes out with a jewel case with Cookie Cutter comes on 3 disc because it's so fucking big that it needs 3
like
discs.
GTA games had it, right? Yeah. Okay, love that idea. Okay, so and when you first started designing Cookie Cutter, have you already planned that you would like to release it on all platforms?
Okay, for me and my stupid vision and idea about the industry, you're not a video game until you're not going out on physical edition. And you're not a video game if you don't go out on console. It's not like this. I'm an old guy. So for me, you are a game when I go out on the shop and I see your games over there. I
love that. Old school games, right?
Old school games.
Yeah,
you
have to have those games at your shelf. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. For me, a video game is when I go out.
True.
First thing first, I'm a Sony asshole fan. So I need to buy it for a Sony console, PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5.
PS consoles are my main consoles as well, so I got you with that. Nice.
And so now Switch. Now I'm a huge fan of Switch. So yeah, again, I wanted to go out in all of the consoles. And at the time, I had meeting with more than 200 publishers until I found this guy And this guy not only loving the game as it was, but they assure me that yeah, we will go out on all of the consoles. We will do the physical edition if you want. We will do everything. We will do it because we like the product and we would like to do what you would like to do. So we're doing it slowly, step by step, with our own finance and resources. We're doing all of the things that they promised me, and I'm really happy about it.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Were you planning to make a collector's edition out of your game too? Because if I'm correct, there is no collector's edition, right? Or is there?
I still don't know, and I still don't know what I can say
Okay.
because we're still having deals. I know that the publisher right now is closing deals with one or two or three guys. But I told them, guys, I want a huge posters inside. From one side is an illustration, on the other is a map. Maybe I want stickers. Maybe we can have the double face cover. That outside is one. All of those things, and they, yeah, this can be cool. Let's see what we can do. Answer your question. We're still trying to see what we can do.
Okay.
But on my opinion, Cookie Cutter is a work of high crafted art. And I think that people that like Cookie Cutter like nice, pretty thing, and they will love a collector edition full of nice and pretty things inside.
True. Like a comic book, right?
Like a comic
or
book.
A
I would love
of the main character. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you know, I had this idea of having a poster drawing in red and green and give you the paper glasses.
Oh, nice. Like the old school one. Yeah.
You know, so you see Cherry with a broken Cherry with a chainsaw, but with the glasses you will see the skeleton of Cherry.
Nice idea. Okay.
I don't know. Again, we're brainstorming in here. I don't know if these things are possible. Let's see.
Okay.
Or man, the vinyl figures of Cherry with the chainsaw. If I will have that one, you can come in UK and you can kill me because I had everything in life. I don't need to live anymore because I had the statue of Cherry.
Okay, nice. Okay, so and yeah, we talked about a lot of things. So what helped you find the right team members for your game to work with?
It was a mess. And when I approached at the beginning, I knew nothing. At some point, they told me, you need a producer. And yes, Google, what is a producer? I hired this guy that is Mark Teal. He's the historical producer of Fallout Tactics. He worked with us. And when I hired him, I asked him, I tried to bluff that I was in control. Like, okay, if I hire you, what you will do for us? I was trying to ask him to tell me, what the fuck is your job? What are you doing? You know, I had no idea what a producer was. I had no idea what a game designer was or a level designer. I had some ideas, but I never worked with them.
Okay.
So what I tried, it was to refine my instinct. What I wanted, it was comprehension because I was ignorant and I told them from moment zero, I don't want to be the kind of person that pretend to know things and in the end he knows shit, but he wants to be in control. No. I went there and I told you, okay, I need you as a game designer. I have no idea. I want you to explain me how you will work in my game efficiently. And I, as a director, my role will be to make your role successful.
Okay.
So what I was looking for each one of them is a good relationship and a good mood, a good feeling, talking. If we can have 1 hour session working, and if we got that sparkle that I tell something, you come back with something, and I like it, and you like what I like, at that point I know we can work together. You know, if I don't have the things that we cannot discuss in a way that is productive and fast and cool, I was like, okay, I will go with another candidate. This is not the system to choose people, but this was my ignorant way to handle the situation.
But it worked out, right? At the end of the day, so it's a success.
Yeah, and I found the most beautiful person, and I learned a fucking lot for them. Gabriel Raymond Roy, the level designer, teach me so many things about level design. And the best one I want to share with you guys is one rule called 1-2 fuck you.
What's that?
All of the games, now that I'm telling you guys, you know that all of the games have the 1-2 fuck you. What it means. I give you a situation, so a jump, because I want to teach you how to jump.
Okay.
First jump, 1. Second jump, 2. The third jump that I implemented in the game, it will be a variant, something that you're not expecting, or something that allows you to solve the situation in another way.
Okay.
And you will do this for every fucking element of your game. You introduce a new enemy, the second new enemy, the third one it will be a fuck you, something different. Otherwise, that is great. I love that rule, and since it teach me, I see the 1-2 fuck you in all of the games. All of the games use the 1-2 fuck you. It's great. Love these people.
Nice. You learned something new again. Nice. Okay, I love that. Okay, and as for you as a player, how your perspective on games changed that you have become a game developer? Have you become more judgy or less judgy about games when you play them?
Thank God, no, because to be judgy, it's so fucking boring and annoying.
True, I got you. I totally agree with you. Yeah.
Smart people are so boring. Smart people are stupid people, but boring. So, so when I play a video games, I want to be like, I want to be amazed. I want to disconnect from reality. I don't want to be, yeah, but the power armor point of the castle was too wide. No, I like it or I don't like it. And if I like it, I fell in love with it. And if I don't like it, I play another fucking game because outside of video games, I have a beautiful life and I will not stay on social media on forum complaining about shitty things. So, no, nothing has changed except from the fact that now that you work on the industry, you looked inside the engine. You race your car and you looked inside the engine. So when you're playing a video game, instantly you recognizing things like the 1-2 they use the 1-2 fuck you. This is a tutorial phase because I got a new ability and they forced me to use it straight away, so I will teach it. They in this point they want me to do this because things it's a little bit more clear now, so I'm a little bit more aware, but I still try to find the enjoyment. I want to be a kid when I play video games.
Nice.
So,
love to hear that. And I appreciate that. Nice. Okay. So as for going to the music of your game, have you done the music by yourself?
No.
Oh.
The idea, I work with Nicola Campo.
Okay.
Is one of the core member of Subcal Joint. Me and him, we were playing in a band when we were young. I was playing in punk rock band. He was playing in an indie metal, alternative rock metal band, and we started doing the game together. He would start skilling doing video game music with me, and I start skilling being a director with him. And my idea at the beginning was to have a punk rock game where all of the music were punk rock. But I was unable to find good musician. The good musician were unable to provide me good quality material because punk rock and good quality are two different worlds. Yeah, punk rock are energetic, noisy, powerful, but so few punk rock bands can really make good punk rock music that you can use, So in the end, we decide with Nicola to switch on one common ground that was industrial metal, techno music from the 90s. Cookie Cutter should look, and it look like a video game from the 90s. It should look like a video from the 90s MTV. It should look like a comic book from the 90s. So techno music and industrial, it suited perfectly. And he was able to work with Studio 256, that is a studio that make music for movie in Rome. And together, Nicola Campo and Studio 256 made this beautiful music for the game. I'm really happy with what we have right now. Um, and yeah, we decided together. We decided to go with that mood and to have fun. And in the end, we both skilled a lot, and the result, it's really, really cool. I like it.
Okay, nice, nice. Okay. So going back to like the development process of your own game, were there times when you like wanted to give up or take a step back from being a game dev?
Every 2 hours for 7 years. Every 2 hours, and I was here miserable. I finished this fucking game. I will do games no more. Yeah, it's horrible, man. To do video games is shitty. You will not have fun. It's not your dream job. If people comes to you telling you, do what you love and you will not work a day in your life. Fuck you, that's a lie. You will suffer like a poor Christ, and you will not only suffer because of your work, but you suffer personally because this is your kid. And if something goes
True, true,
wrong,
true,
it's
true.
not that the product is not good. It's you that you're not good
Yeah,
to do
you will
this.
question
So
yourself, right? Every day and every time. Yeah.
it's fucking horrible. I love it. It's this is the answer. It's fucking horrible. I love it. This is the correct answer.
Got you with that. Nice, nice, nice. Can you
Fucking
get
hell,
very
man.
emotional when you hear like a negative opinion about your game?
No,
Okay.
no. I tend to be fiery. So at the beginning, I'm on social media for so long because before doing video game, I was doing art. I was doing caricature. I was doing art. And I was edgy as fuck, and I was rude as fuck because my point of view was I don't want you as a follower. I want you to like my things. I don't want your. I was an asshole basically, so I was rude with everyone. And still today, when there is a negative comment, I need to breathe because first thing first is I'm going there and I said, your mom is too is a bitch. This is the first thing that I want to do. Later I think, fuck you, Stefano, you're 40. Please stop being a man baby and consider that this is your business. Stop doing an asshole. And so I created a channel on Slack called We Insult People. And every time you beautiful people tell us something bad, I will wish you the worst thing on the channel. And nobody will see it, just me and my team, that we will laugh over you, over your mom, over your parents. But later I will come to social media, I will say, yo, thank you for your feedback.
Okay, very
But
nice
man,
idea. Very nice idea.
yeah,
Okay.
but no. Joking aside, we'll do this to have fun. But no, with times you learn how to handle with because there are two kind of criticism. The good one, even if it's rude, it's good. And I learned a lot from the rude one. Because man, this sucks because and in the beginning you're like, you sucks. But later you think about it, maybe it's right. So there is that one that is really good, and I learned how to absorb it and improve the game. And so there is the useless one that is like, yeah, this game sucks, and then you just need to ignore it because
True.
people want to express themselves. If they don't like you, they want you to know that you suck. And I know that because I did it in the past too. If I don't like something and if I'm in a bad mood, I come to you and I said, man, you fucking suck. You should quit this. So it's a human behavior to be
True,
disgusting
true, true,
sometimes.
true.
And I learn how to cope with it without being a drama queen. Sometimes I will, but I will cancel the if comments disappear from social media, you know that I was a drama queen and I said, fuck you, Stefano. This is wrong.
Okay. Love that. Love that. Okay. Do you believe that these very negative opinions come from people who are putting their real life problems and issues to the table when they are playing games, and it's not about the game, it's about that they do not see the person making games? Because I believe in that, and I'm asking you what's your opinion about that.
Yeah, I believe yes, but again, I'll do the same and you will do the same. If I take you in a really bad day your opinion about something that you don't like are long way stronger than when I take
True,
you on a
it's
good
true.
day.
But
You
I'm
know,
trying to,
like,
held back it. Yeah, true.
and then it's another layer of what you're
True,
saying.
true.
There is another layer. There is people who understand that there are people on the other side.
True.
And so, yeah, I hate you, you suck, but I will try to not damage you because maybe you're emotional.
True.
So yeah, there's a lot of layer on this, but I was joining all of the layers. The aware one, the disgusting, and the one that come from the gods. It's human behavior. It's normal. Fuck you. In the end of the day, I made a game. I'm happy about it. I knew it can be cool. And if you don't like me and you're telling me that I'm stink and my mom is a fat piece of shit, it's fine. It's fine. That's fine. The funnier things about Cookie Cutter is that it raised so many questions because people think there are two kind of people. The one who think we are a bunch of white misogynist dudes who put their female character and want her to bleed, and we're maniac and we're jerking off every time you see panties. Or the other side of people who thinks we are a bunch of feminists that want to bring on the market a new model of beauty that defines masculism. It's not both of that. It's not both of that. We don't want. We're not fighting for LGBTQ rights. We're not misogynistic dudes who wants to. It's not that, guys. If I'm stupid, I'm a stupid person. But let me teach you something. Art, it's not always about politics.
True, true,
A lot
true,
of the
true, true, true,
time,
true, true.
a lot of the time, art comes from music, weed, inspiration,
True. Life,
beautiful moment,
yeah,
horrible
or
moment,
sad moments,
life,
yeah.
love.
Yeah, true, true,
Please consider the artists that you respect
true.
not only good if they're doing
You just have
politics,
to
but
resonate
even
with the artist and the message that they give out. Yeah, true. It's like,
sometimes, sometimes there's not even a message.
yeah, true. It's just a
And
feeling,
it's even
right? It's
cooler.
just a feeling, yeah. And they just want to, have fun with the feeling. And they, for example, compose a music or make a game by that feeling. True, true. And they don't even realize that it was intentional that they gave out a message with that feeling. Because, for example, if somebody, have somebody's loss and they put it in a game like you did, it might be not intentional, to give a message, but like a respect, but somebody might be able to relate to that, and they will message you, for example, that okay, I totally could relate to that point of the game because
Yeah,
I lost somebody too, and it felt very nice to me to see that scene of your game, and that's the beauty of
or
art, in my opinion.
it's beauty of art
Yeah,
because art is never an answer. It should be a question.
true, true,
Maybe I really respect Tool, James Maynard Keenan music. And the guy, when they're doing music, they don't want to come out with something that it resembles this, this, and this. It's a search for
true,
them.
true,
They go down in a spiral work method in order to make emerge things that makes them surprise. That is beautiful. When
true,
I do something artistic, I want to have fun. I want to emerge after 10 years of work with something new on the screen. I don't want to, do something that I know. I want to have fun. I want to raise questions. I want to try to chase a vision. There's many things that you can do. But
true,
trust me, it's not about politics. Cookie Cutter is not about politics, and a lot of products they are not about
true,
politics. Politics is not everything.
true. People just love to tend that everything is connected to politics because they cannot, forgive people that some people might not be fucking with politics, which is the case. Like, I hate politics. I am aware of political situations, but I'm not going into that because it's I don't think it's important for me or for my
Same.
life, or because, like you said, I rather do art or I rather make my crafts, but I'm not interested
I
in it. And
totally
and
agree with you.
and
I'm
and most
so
of the people
ignorant.
cannot, yeah, and most of the people like cannot relate to that. Like, it was a very funny situations when I was at my hairdresser. I hope that that's the right word for that.
Yeah.
And she was speaking to me, and another old guy came in. She was waiting for her to do his hair, and I was talking about my book that I'm writing, and this guy asked
Oh.
me whether it's like, so what is it about? And I was telling him that it's about my childhood, when the importance of my childhood, and I believe that childhood is very important in everyone's life. And he was like, okay, it's probably about politics. And I was like, what the hell, man? It's my memories and it's my
Oh.
life. Like, what the hell? And I was joking, like, if you threw away a pencil and it lands on the right or left side, then people can see it in like politics that you're right-sided or left-sided man, and it's not true. Like, it's just a pencil falling down to the ground. Like, it's so stupid for some people, right?
If you think about it, human being, they try to justify lives in either way possible.
True, true.
And people who are strongly affected by politics try to justify everything by politics. People who are strongly justified against beginning to a group or another one, they will perceive everything in that direction. I want to be surprised in life. I believe in chaos, and I believe in things that are chaotic. So
True.
when things is coming, I never look for politics. I never look for I look for nothing. I just want to be surprised. But I totally can understand the guy at the hairdresser. Maybe the guy was so involved with politics and so he auto limit himself
True,
to
true.
perceive life on that ratio that everything is in there for him. And there's a lot of people like that. Even me, and even you, each one of us. But some people are more close than other people. Let's
True,
say.
true, true, true. It's just sad because these people. It's very interesting to have this topic, because I feel like our real life is like really without a goal. It's just humans who make goals in order to
Yeah.
understand life. But these people are so, like you said, limited and close-minded, who are fucking so much with politics that they are not even into other things, and they are connecting everything to politics, which is of course can be understandable in some way, but still, like, they put away all the fun things about, or aside from their life, and it sucks to see. Like, you cannot have a
Yeah.
normal conversation with those people, because they will find any
Yeah.
solution to bring politics into the topic, which is like, come on, man, it's not about that. Like, for example, love or art or something, and yeah, it's sad, it's
Yeah.
sad, it's sad. Yeah. Okay.
It's sad, but it's the same again. It's everything. There's a specter in which anyone is inside. For example, I knew a lot of racist people from Sicily, from my country. We had a huge problem with immigration. All of the refugee from Syria and from Africa, they're coming to Sicily, and the medium and the normie Sicilian people, they complain about the situation. They don't understand that there is a crisis, yada yada, politics thing. But when you are racist and you think that this color is worse than mine because of this and because of that, it's because your vision in life it's so close that for you it's so important to
True.
think that you are the first one doing this.
It's
Your
like
people
ego
will
talk
do
again, right? That we have discussed
because you
before.
need
Ego talk. Yeah, exactly.
ego talk, and even life. There's some sort of things that you need in life to feel protected and to feel
Yeah,
secure.
true,
I'm
true.
the
Even
best,
you're not.
you
Even
know.
you're not, right? So it
You're not,
won't.
man.
Yeah, like, it's stupid. Like you said, it's
You're
more
not,
fun to
man.
live in chaos sometimes. It's not just interesting, but it's life, right? We all live in chaos.
It's
We just don't realize. A lot of people think that we are safe, and we are the best humans on earth, even if it's not true. Like, what the hell? We all make mistakes.
uh,
We have to realize that. Yeah.
I
Okay.
read once. I read once that you can understand how somebody is smart by how to say it in English. The more things you need to perceive that your life makes sense, and the most things you need to believe in order to exist, makes you dumber. You know, the more things, for example, I tell you that all this epidemic is a joke because yada yada yada, and you believe in something or you believe in something else. If you take a strong position, it's because you need to be in control that thing, you know? In the end, you know nothing, man. We know nothing.
You
Nobody
realize
knows
how
shit.
little you know at the end, even if you think that you know so much. Yeah, true.
Nobody knows shit. Even if you're talking with expert, nobody knows shit, and everybody's trying to find a way to move into the system. And if you're okay with it, you will have a great life. I think.
True. But that's just humans, right? So
yeah, human behavior.
True. Okay. So going back to your game, have you always knew that you want to make a Metroidvania game?
No, and in the beginning I hated the Metroidvania nomenclature. I hated so much because again it was one of the things that everybody's using. nowadays, because I hate so much the term, I'd say to everybody that our game is not a Metroidvania, but it's a Castle Droid. So Metroidvania, a Castle Droid. It's the opposite. um, but in the end, yeah, it was the I don't know why it came out a Metroidvania in the end, but there were all the ingredients that make a 2D side scroller cool, and we try to poison that formula with a new language of a way of communicating. So let's make this game a urban tale. People will talk like they talk, like your friends talk with you when you go out on a punk rock concert. Let's make this game in a setting that is uncommon, weird. Let's blend it with the sexual kink and the weird things that we love. So, we take the formula, but we try to poison it with all of the things that were uncommon in the formula. Okay. So we will have fun. In the end, we didn't want to invent nothing. We just want to give our version of something. Because I don't know how to invent things. I will try as much as but I don't know how to invent things.
It's not true because you made a great story. Don't say that. I hate when you are saying you are stupid. It's not true, man. Don't say that. You have to get your ego back. Come on.
No. I got a lot of ego already. So when I say I'm stupid, is to destimulate my ego. Like, okay, I will be humble and I will say something humble,
queen, right?
So people will think I'm humble and full of feelings, but in the end, in the truth, I'm a piece of shit, guys.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. I don't like that to hear. Okay, so and yeah. What about the difficulty settings of your game? Because like you told us that you loved old school games, you love playing games yourself. You're a PlayStation fanboy. You played all the classic hardcore games. Do you wanted your game to be hard as hell, or somewhere in between? Or
the opposite? Okay. You're considering marketing trend right now. Everybody's doing a Dark Souls clone. So I was like, fuck that. This fucking I love Dark Souls. Over there's my collection of games.
Oh yeah, I see all the games there. Yeah, true. Nice.
I got all of the Dark Souls. I smashed them. I love them so much. But when I was asked to do a game, I said, let's do an easy game. I want a game that after a fucking tough day at work, you will enjoy without... I don't want not even a shade of frustration. I want a chill game, and I want to
blood, right?
Yeah. And in the end, I want to implement even an easier option now for people who just want to go through it without giving a shit. But I want to have an hard setting now because again, now I have time to implement new thing, and I want to implement difficulty in the game. Maybe I will have the easy one that is super chill, and the hard one, the hard mode that I want to call special Dark Snowflakes mode. That when you die, you lose half of the money, half of the damage for you, double of the damage for boss fights. That frustrating things that seems that people like it so much. I don't know, because at the end, a video game can be fun even if it's challenging.
True.
But my core idea was, let's keep it chill. I want a game that everybody can play. I want a game that you can play even if you get just one hands or if you got disability. Because again, I want a game that is chill to play for everyone and to enjoy by everyone. That was the idea.
Okay, I see. So as for going deeper into the developer process of your game, making your own game, what was the hardest part, if you can remember that, or hardest times during making your game? If you can bring up some
It was
examples.
okay. I will give you three examples. It was hard to handle the team because Cookie Cutter is super needy on the animation.
Okay.
The animation, the animated end work of the game is crazy.
Okay.
We are looking when we did this game. The idea was to challenging ourselves, do the best animation possible, and to emerge as really good animator, not just to flex it, because of a journey in art. So while we had that kind of struggle, when all of the animation goes at 60 FPS, 16 fucking drawings per second, and every drawing in Cookie Cutter is not flat colors. We got shades, we got highlights, we got fucking tattoos. And each time the frame moves, you need to redraw the tattoos. You need to draw the shirt design. It's a lot of work. So that is difficulty number one. It was some to difficulty number two, doing the animation while coordinating the team. It was another difficult things to do, especially when you're not a director and you need to know how to do the director. That's a mess because again, you need to take decision about things that you have no idea at all. So it's like, okay, let's choose this and see what happens. Another difficult thing. So again, art wise, animation wise was difficult. To direct a team of 14 people was difficult. And the third difficult thing was to cut out and shave off the useless thing or the things that we were unable to do from the game without making it too poor. Again, in the games are not about what you guys want to do, what you dream of. It's about what you're able to do with this money, this budget, and this time, and these people working at it. So, to make the game a cool game by removing all of the extra thing was super challenging, super challenging. If we remove this boss fight, do we have too few boss fight? If we remove this feature, it will be too boring. We don't have time. Let's remove it. Fuck, I love that feature so much. We need to go on. Come on, guys. It's a challenge against time. It's a challenge against yourself. Everything. It's difficult, especially in a project that was so ambitious and was super ambitious. If you look at the game, people think it's a double A game and they ask us for things that just triple A game does because they see the game, they think that we are a team of 60 people. We were 14 and we suffer so much for it.
I see. Okay. And so you mentioned like you also have like another game idea in your mind. Would it be like very other than this game, than Cookie Cutter?
Yeah. But first thing first, I want to continue this. There is so much we can say. You need to imagine that what we wrote with the writer of the game, Raffaele Romano, we wrote 4 times what we were able to give you at the game.
Okay.
Actually, the game stopped at the end of the first third of the game. We wrote all the
Okay.
story until
Okay.
the but at the end we said, okay, let's cut in here, let's put the game in this section, and let's move forward later. So I want to spend more time on Cookie Cutter, but apart from this, when Cookie Cutter is done, I would love to do an XCOM game. I would love
Oh,
to do a
nice.
more I would like to do a more mind game,
Okay.
less button ability, more strategic,
Okay.
in a fucked up world, in a fucked up with a fucked up style. but an XCOM kind of game.
Sounds
I
interesting.
love XCOM.
Nice. Have you
During the last
No, go for that. Sorry.
during the last 6 years, I developed my passion for XCOM, and I played all of the one in the
Nice,
market.
nice. They are very, very nice games and very cool games. Yeah, I love them. And it's sad that there's no like more sequels to that game or that franchise. Yeah.
I think it will soon come XCOM
Maybe.
3
Maybe.
or 4. I don't know which number. I bought even Phoenix Point from the creator of XCOM that he moves away,
Yeah.
did his own company. I played Divinity 2, that is kind of an XCOM but with an RPG settings. I played all of them and I love them so much. Again, it's the challenge, the mental challenge against a really skilled AI that makes me excited.
Nice. Okay. Okay. And so, as you mentioned, like all the stories were written and cut off from the original cookie cutter, and you're still planning like to release them. Would you rather release them in like a sequel or in a DLC, like you told it before, like like a comic book style?
As much as possible, I would love not to do a sequel.
Okay.
I will love to give you updates, some free, some you will pay, in order that you will buy Cookie Cutter the disc, and you will update everything in that CD, in that Blu-ray, in that cartridges. I want Cookie Cutter to be Cookie Cutter, and maybe later. So yeah. What was the question again? Sorry.
So would you rather to have sequel or updates to the game?
No, updates. A lot of updates until the data limit on on the consoles and on the disc is running off, and it's impossible.
You cannot update it more, right? And it's like finished 2-3 discs like you told it before.
I will fuck everybody's consoles. I will load it full of gigabytes.
Out.
I will have so many bad reviews on Steam. Don't buy the game; it occupies your PC. It's really bad optimized. No, I'm joking.
Okay. Nice. Have you ever thought to like implement a co-op option into your game? By the way.
It's really cool, and I wanted to, but nowadays nobody goes at other people's place to play co-op. So if you have a co-op, you need to go online.
True.
But we're a small indie studio. I don't want to fuck with servers stuff. No. I would love to implement an option, and I was really close to do it, that if you take the second controller, you will spawn this little
like
robot.
A couch co-op, yeah.
Yeah, really shitty robots that shoot things while Cherry will, to have a little bit of fun, but not too much fun for a possible second player. And maybe I still will do it, but again, right now I'm focused on the main core of the game, to give you the good pizzas, to give you the really good jam marmalade, and I will leave we can do thousands of things, accessibility options, dynamic soundtrack. But again, we're a small team, and we need to focus on give you a good story, a good gameplay, and a good replayability of the game. Those are the main goals for us right now.
Okay, I see. Okay, it's the next question will be more personal, not about your games. I hope that you won't mind it. Like I also asked some personal questions from you. So I realized that you, like when we were talking before our interview and during our interview, that you are pretty much into the music, not just about singing and talking about music, but sometimes you sing, and I love that to hear and see. So are you planning to get back to music or play in a band? Because I would love to hear your music, man.
I will share with you both my punk rock music. I don't know, at some point I had a punk rock band for 10 years called Diosfera Corporation.
Okay.
We're doing punk rock, and we got pretty famous in Italy.
Nice.
And later I start band that was kind Deftones like.
Okay.
Deftones was the star, and we were like raising 5 millimeters to the ground. But the mood was that well, like new metal crossover, dark shit. I was into screamo, but no, I will not do it anymore
But why?
because I smoked a lot during these years, and my voice is fucked.
But you can
I had
train it.
all
You can train it again, right?
I had so many bad experience
Okay.
with people playing that I didn't had when I start make my art blossom. If I need to spend 2 hours on the room with 4 people making music, or 2 hours at home alone listening to beautiful music and try to chase one of the vision that I got, I will go back at home. Plus, I will make long way more money with my art, and this is not really important, but to do something that you like, that you're good at, that people all around the world start to recognize, and that makes you money. There's so many pros in this that maybe one day I will be invited with friends to do some Ramones cover night, and I will sing Blitzkrieg Bop, and I will sing Should I Stay or Should I Go, and I will sing, I don't know, If the Kids Are United of Shem 65. I will do that because again, put me on a stage and I will have fun. But no, I don't have any more the willpower to invest my time in a musical project. I'm having long way more fun in here. Long way more fun.
But you could combine the music, the inner self that love yourself as a musician, like into your game. Like you could do a concert in your game as you, right? It could happen.
That's it.
It could happen. Like I can see you
You
like
need,
singing in your game, and it's you, and people can relate to you.
that's doable, and in some way it was done.
Oh, really?
For example, my huge love for Prodigy and listening to Prodigy, when I'm working and I'm listening to music, I will create things related to the music. For example, Poppa, the character of Poppa, it comes from Prodigy. I don't know why, I don't know in which way, but the character and thinking about character while I was listening to music, Poppa for me are Prodigy, while Sector 299, the Bloody Den, when there is a whale. No, that is the 80 Foundry. That is Gojira. In the album of Gojira cover, there is a flying whale, and I put that flying whale in the game. The character of, I don't know, the character of Cherry, it's come from NoFX, because I'm listening to NoFX when I'm drawing Cherry. So, in one way or another, I'm doing music when I'm doing Cookie Cutter. It's all coming from music.
Nice.
The character, even the area of the game comes from music. If you ask me about an area, I will tell you which music belongs to that.
Nice.
So I'm still doing music in my head in another way, without doing it with my voice, but doing it with the hand, with the eye of art. I'm still doing music, but in video game.
Let me know if you will have a private concert. I will join you on that.
Sure, man. I will send you my album on YouTube after the call.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
I had 16 back at time, so don't expect so much incredible stuff.
Yeah, but I can tell you that you miss it. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I miss to perform.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, that must be a wonderful feeling. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so we discussed a lot of topics. Is there anything that we haven't touched and you would like to talk about before we go into questions from my stream?
Before we go into question to your streams, I would like to remind to everyone that we're working on the porting of the game for PlayStation 4, Switch, and Xbox One, and we will be out soon with a physical edition. Keep supporting the game. It's really cheap. It's never, my fucking game was never over $9.99 or $19.90. $19.99 is when the game is full price. So it's a game that has the work of 14 crazy people for 7 years. Consider support it if you want to play a game that is not perfect at all, but it's full of style and it's gorgeous. And yeah, just this. Buy us because I want to buy more clothes, bitches.
I love that. Okay. Okay, let us know. Let us know if there is any more questions. Let us know. Let us know. Hölgyek, urak, hogyha bármi kérdés van, nyugodtan kérdezzetek. Let us know. Let us know.
So where you came from again?
Hungary, Budapest.
Oh, I went to Budapest. I love Budapest. I did the thermal baths. I went all
Nice.
around the city. I was scammed by a lot of people. A lot of people. It was amazing.
Nice.
Especially from taxis. Taxis scammed us a lot, man. A lot. Like, how much is this? And he tell me the money. And after we exit the taxi, it was like, oh man, we give them a lot of money.
Yeah. Hölgyek, urak, hogyha bármi kérdés van, nyugodtan kérdezzetek. Tudom, hogy most későre jár, de nyugodtan kérdezzetek. If there is any question. Mini asking, tehát a válságnak jelentése vannak, illetve honnan jött neki ez a szabadság, hogy ennyire felszabadult. Okay, so Mini is asking two questions. I will translate them for you. The first question is, what meanings do your tattoos have? If they have,
What
but
meanings?
probably. So what meanings?
Say it again.
What's the influence of your tattoos, and what meanings do they have? What messages do they have to you?
Okay. First thing first, not all of tattoo got messages. This one was purely aesthetic. It's a Japanese, and I made it in Milan. Purely aesthetic. This one it's got a meaning, and it's a magic symbol. It was so much to have a magic. It was so much cool to have a magic symbol in the end that you're using to create.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! Right?
I'm a nerd at the end of everything.
I
so
love
this
it.
is my magic. This is my magic room to do art. And this one, this star, it was an achievement. You achieved the star when I released my first PlayStation 4 horrible mediocre game called Zeros.
Oh.
And this star was an achievement when I released Cookie Cutter.
Oh, okay. And is the first game of yours available to get it?
Yeah, but not of my company. I was working with an indie company called Remlight Studios, and we made this shitty, boring game called Zeros. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, not all tattoos got a meaning, guys. Some people make tattoos because they're cool.
True.
Some people not.
Okay. So the other question is that from where your freedom came, or comes. Yeah, your freedom, because you're so free and you're so like open-minded, and it's so good to see that.
I think that it comes from my mom. My mom, she's super fucked up, and since I'm a little kid, she always told me never care about what people think of you. So this, since I was a kid, gave me the mindset that I will do things and I don't care if you don't like it. And I don't care if you think that I'm crazy. I don't care if you think that I'm stupid. I don't care if you think that I'm a bully. I don't care about nothing. And learning later in life, I learned that this is so true because people always talking about you. Anyway, if you're too good, you're a fool. If you're too rude, you're a bastard. If you do this, you're stupid. If you do that, you're, I don't know. So to be free is to not care about what people think.
True.
And it gives you an incredible amount of freedom.
True.
And I think that each one in life should experience the freedom of being ourselves. You want to be stupid and crazy, you want to paint yourself blue and go through the street naked singing.
Do that.
Do it.
That. True.
If you don't hurt anyone and you want to be foolish because being foolish is fun, do it. Never think about what people can think about yourself. Makes you free. And be free. It's amazing, guys. I know now that I'm almost 40 and I was dumb enough to reach my 40 with the mindset I had at 16. I look at a lot of my friends and they are a prisoner of their fear of people judgment, and they're fucked up, man. Because when you don't do something that you love, because you're afraid of people, it will affect you really bad.
True.
So
Thanks for
better
saying
to
that. I appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
better to be yourself, your
True.
stupid self, your
True.
silly self,
True.
your than being scared of be what people expect of you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's tough because sometimes family wants you in a way, friends wants you in a way, your
True.
partner wants you in a way. If you're able, and I don't know why I give you advice like I'm a smart or but I just tell you what I think in you, okay?
No,
If you're
I got you,
able,
and it's understandable, and I totally agree with you. And I feel like it's a real problem nowadays that people are so afraid for taking the first step, even the first step to be
yeah,
themselves. So it's like they are. That's why a lot of people are not chasing dreams, and it's sad because in my opinion, there are so many talented people out there, so many
yeah,
talented human
yeah,
beings, for example, musicians or making other forms of art, and they are scared just, because
yeah,
of their life
yeah, yeah.
situations happens, and it's just sad to see that.
And if you listen to once I read a phrase that says, "Don't let other ruin your beauty." Non lasciare che gli altri rovinino la tua bellezza. If you have something that you like, fuck what other things. Again, if you don't hurt anyone, do whatever the fuck you want, and you will
Love you,
be
man.
happy.
I love you, man. I love your attitude.
I love
Nice.
you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay, Mini is saying this. Yeah, Minnie's saying that she wants you to always stay like this, and you are giving so much power to everyone with your energy. So thank you
Fuck
for
yeah,
that. Thank
guys.
you for that.
Fuck yeah. Let's have a great Friday all together tonight.
Yeah, and
Let's fucking
Gergich
be
is
crazy.
saying that. Yeah, true, true. We can set it up. Let me know if you're sometimes in Hungary, and we can meet. I'm down to that.
Tonight party at Remulto Place. We need to be all dressed in
True,
pink
true, true,
and
true, true, and sing.
be
Yeah.
fucking silly.
True, 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 true. I got you. Okay, let us know if there is any more question. Let us know, hogyha bármilyen kérdés van, nyugodtan kérdezetek. Yo, nameless your name. What up, what up, what up? Welcome to, welcome, welcome. Yeah, love that, love that. And yeah, I'm telling you that if there is the chance for you in your life to go back to the stage, let me know. I feel you. I feel the power that you wants to go back in some way, but I hope that will happen because yeah, it was very
I
nice
think you're
to hear
true.
you like you always singing, and it's very nice. It's very nice.
I think you're true, and I think that the more you're telling me, the more I feel that you are tickle something inside me. Like,
I will bully
fuck
you
this.
over time. Sometimes I will write you private messages. Where is your concert, man? I'm waiting for it. Yeah,
And every
nice.
time, every new time you're telling me this, I'm thinking, this guy is so right. Let's do it again.
Yeah,
What the
because
fuck you
I'm
care?
good. I always say that it might could be heard as a joke, but it's also true that these shows of mine, it's not just about games, but it's about the developers themselves, and it's also like a therapy session for me and for the developer that I'm talking to, or developers that I'm
Ah,
talking to, because I feel like I'm a very intentional guy and a very also emotional guy who always feels what others want or talented in or miss at their life. And whenever I was talking to you and you were talking to me, I felt that you miss music so much, even if you're doing it in other ways, you miss it. And it's not a bad thing, like come on, you should get back to it, like even if not
I
now,
think you're
but
right.
I think that you would regret not getting back to it, right?
I think you're right. And I think that it's true what you said. I think that you're really sympathetic.
Thank
And
you, man. Thank you,
I
man.
was able to connect you in this little chat we had in a really cool way because we talk about human being in life and we're talking about philosophy. So I had fun. We had fun.
Thank
Times
you.
passed super quick.
Yeah,
And yeah,
exactly.
maybe you're right. You're too smart to telling me something like this and
I hope
let
that
me
you
go
don't mind it.
unnoticed
I hope
about
that
it.
you mind. I can be very cocky about my opinions, but I'm always trying to be helpful because I like I said I can see what people's miss. I don't know why. Probably because I care about people, and that's my superpower, that I really care. And like I said, I care about you too. So Please don't leave music behind, man. You would regret
Thank you,
it.
my man. Thank you for caring and thank you for the advice.
Yeah.
And I promise that you will be the first one to know if I'm back
Thank you.
doing shit.
Thank you for that. Okay, let us know. We will wait for 1 more minute if there is no more question, and after that we will close the stream. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Hölgyek, urak, hogyha bármi kérdés van, nyugodtan kérdezzetek egyébként. Nyugodtan kérdezzetek még, hogyha van kérdés, akár a játékkal kapcsolatosan, akár bármivel, amiről beszélgettünk. Let us know if there is any question due to the game, cookie cutter, or any topics that we have discussed in this interview. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. We'll wait for 1 more minute, and after it's, we will close. Mini is asking when we are going to play some FPS games with you. Are you, by the way, are you down to multiplayer games, or you are not that much of?
No, okay. And the problem is that if I play FPS game, okay, if I play it, it's fine. But if I watch people playing it, I get motion sickness. I get a lot of motion. If you're playing an FPS and I'm not in control, I need to puke. I'm like, I'm horrible with FPS, but I love Fallout. If
Okay.
we can consider that an FPS,
Okay.
Fallout I can play a lot of time. But no, I'm not having fun. I'm loving playing game with stories and
Nice.
with a driven, you know?
Nice.
With something that driven me to do something. If it's about just ability or just sandboxing, I get bored. Just playing for the sake of playing. I'm a lover of narrative. I got a lot of comic book.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay, nice.
yeah,
One
if you don't give
games,
me
one collections of comic books. Nice.
if you don't give me narrative, I need worlds. I need narrative to have fun.
Nice. Love that. And like we talked about it, the best stories came from people's life, and it's true for yourself as well. Nice.
Yes, and the most original when you're trying to tell a story, you can come out with an amazing imaginary world,
True.
but just you are able to talk about your life. So when you're talking me about your life and you got something interesting to say, I will listen to it, you know? And that's an experience that just you can give me. Nobody else can give me your life and the way you saw it. So yeah, talking about yourself is the best you can do.
True. Thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate your time. And like you said, don't forget to try out Cookie Cutter, and if you like it, buy it for sure. It's an awesome game, and it's out there on any other platforms, so not just PC. So yeah, let us know how will you like it, and I'm sure that you will love it. And thanks everyone who joined us for today's interview, and thank you for your time. Our friend here, Stefano, thank you. And yeah, hope everyone had a fun, and hope any other questions have been answered. If not, you will be able to, of course, and ask questions on my